Hey, I'm Alex. Welcome to my art channel. Alex makes awesome art. The art is not awesome because it's like the most awesome art that anybody ever created. The art is awesome because it makes me happy. And if art makes you happy, if anything in this video makes you happy, please leave a like. If art in general makes you happy and you like to talk about art, my comment section is open. Please feel free to leave a comment. Whether you like it, whether you don't like it, let me know. I'd love to talk to you. And I'm kind of happy today because I have recently, like as in yesterday, I discovered the subreddit on reddit.com called RedditGetsDrawn. And I'm sure that there are those of you out there who have heard of Reddit Gets Drawn a long time ago. It's been a thing, and it's been a thing for a very long time. But to me, just found out about it yesterday. It is basically like a chat board where people can submit photographs of themselves, and people who like to do art can draw it or paint it and stuff like that. Really, really cool idea. I love it. And so I was scanning through the pictures. I ran across this picture here, which says this is my daughter, and I thought that was awesome. Very popular. Several people have already made great interpretations of it, but I saw this and I immediately I do from time to time photo collage work and overpaints. Overpaints are basically when you take a photograph and you just start digitally painting right over top of it. So I started with this image right here. I brought it into my digital editor of choice, which for me is GIMP. So I brought this image into the graphics editor. I cropped it a little narrower, and one of the first things I did was I elongated it a little on the top and bottom because I was thinking at some point she's gonna have her full feet. And then I cropped off the sides a little bit there too. And next thing I did was just did this thing that I do with super high contrast and the super saturated colors. I just love that look, the look of that. I do that all the time. That's usually my starting off point. Just really supercharge the colors. And I also, you can see here, I did a little bit of perspective. I widened the top and narrowed the bottom a little bit, just to bring out that ominous looking mask there. So even just with that as a start, I could tell I was onto something. I could see something really coming. So then I went into my library of photographs. I've been photographing just all kinds of stock photographs. I have a large library built up now, and I came up with this photograph here. This is a pile of wood, and I thought that if I put this in the background like this here, and just shift the hues around until I find something that I like. I really wanted to go with something bluer, but I just couldn't get that to look right with the foreground color, so we ended up with this sort of fuchsia maroon kind of a thing. It's still it looks good. And then there was a bright piece of wood over here on the left side, and I took that and made it into kind of a light source. I painted some white onto there and give it its own luminosity, actually making it emit light. So that was the start. And then I also took this photograph which is just a super close-up of my porch, and used that to make a sort of a floor so that she wasn't just standing there in space, because I was looking a little bit weird. And added a little bit of shadow on the right side, since that left side is now a light source. And when I threw her back into the picture and adjusted some things, moved some things around, it ended up looking kind of cohesive. Also, I took the ball that was in her hand and replaced that with a photograph of some glazed potatoes. I was trying to find something more spherical that would be interesting or odd, or really I found this texture and I was like, yeah, that looks kind of odd enough. And so I did a little texture painting of that into where she's holding the ball, because that was helping it get even more good and weird, and good and weird is what it's going for. Okay, next I went through and just touched up, and I added some more, tried to bring this cowl on the mask out, and definitely wanted to add a lot of definition on the eyes. So I used a Dodge brush, and I used some darker colors, and I used some brighter colors, and highlighted the teeth a little bit, just adding depth around the face, making because the face, that mask is super creepy. That's the appeal of the whole thing. And when you add like even more definition and depth to it, it just gets creepier from there. So I was really happy with that direction. One thing I was noticing was that if this piece of wood on the one side is going to be a light source now, it doesn't make a lot of sense for there to be downward shadows on her arm on the left side of the picture here. So I brightened those up a little bit and added a little bit of shadow on the other side of her body here, so that just made a little more sense with the light source. And then I was getting towards a satisfactory result, and so then I just put some finishing touches on it. For finishing touches, after the finishing touches, it ended up looking like this. I took the perspective and bumped it out even more, making the top, pulled the top forward even more, so that it's just really giving you an odd sense of perspective now. I fixed some of the shadows around the wood, and I just decided to bump up the contrast and the saturation even more. The eyes, I thought, would look even creepier if we made them sort of glassy, and so I just added some highlights coming from the side of the light source. I mean, obviously that piece of wood wouldn't be the only light source. There's a light source up higher also. But yeah, when you get those reflections in the eyes, that helps a lot. And added some little white sparkles over here near the light source. Those are, I don't know, bugs flying around or something near the light source that's just, I don't know, helping to creepify it to me. Really pleased with how good and odd and weird this came out. But it was so easy because the original source material was so good. I mean, that original photo was just so, it was just, you know, just odd and weird and bizarre to begin with. So all you do is just, you know, accentuate what's already there, and you have a lot of fun with art. That's the whole mission, right? Have a lot of fun with art. Thank you for watching my video. If you feel like you would watch me do art in the future, feel free to subscribe. No pressure. If you don't feel like you would watch the videos, don't subscribe. And thank you very much again. Thanks in advance if you're gonna talk to me about art in the comments. And peace and love, and I'll see you soon. All right.